welcome back to another episode of Tap In with TT. My special guest today is Honey Bxby.
Hi.
The first time she is in the Tap In with TT seat. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Got the Spider and Supreme going on. Wait, is it Supreme?
This is Body by Raven.
But it's cute. It's giving. It's clock it.
Thank you.
Clock it. So what's been going on? Tell me, give me an update on what's been going on with you.
I just been vibing, just recording and figuring out this next phase of my career and this next era and how we're gonna push it and what that's gonna look like.
Yeah, your voice is so bold, right? It's like you look at you're so petite. You're like, but you have this like bold voice.
It's like a megaphone,
right? And people wouldn't expect that until you start like giving it to them. Where does that come from? Like, did you grow up like knowing like I had this instrument? Like, how did you find that boldness in your voice?
It just was always there. I don't like remember a moment where I was like, oh my God. Like, no, I've just always been very loud and I can sing and I could do this and I could do that and I'm gonna do this. And I was always one of those kids. And I come from like a very loud family with like very big personalities, and they've always pushed me to they've always filled my head with the stuff that's already in there. So
did you go to school, like a special school for the arts or anything like that?
No, I went to like 3 different high schools. So I never even got a chance to like go to the high school that I wanted to go to, because I used to live in Elizabeth, and there's this
You're
school.
You're from New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I'm from Asbury, but I've moved all around. But when I was in Elizabeth, I wanted to go to this performing arts high school so bad. But I'm actually glad I didn't go to performing arts high school, because I went through a lot of different things in high school, and it shaped me to who I am today.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how does that experience play into your music?
I was a sneaky kid, so I used to have to sneak out and do sneaky stuff because I was on lockdown all the time.
Oh, okay. So your parents, were they strict?
My grandma, she ain't play that.
Oh, you was raised by your grandma?
Yeah, she did not play that. Like, she did not play that.
Dominican? Are you Dominican? Or?
I'm Puerto Rican, Italian, and Black. Don't play that. It's crazy though, because my mom, when I did end up like moving with my mom, she was way more lenient with me. Like, she had so much trust in me. We had like a really good relationship when it came to like allowing me to be a kid and experience life. My grandmother did not care about none of that. Sit your ass down. And stay in this house.
Wow. So your grandmother was Puerto Rican?
She's Italian, and she was raised by Puerto Rican. She was raised by my mom's family.
Yeah. So my father is Puerto Rican and my mom is Black. So I was raised by my mom. And I would say she was a hybrid of both, but I understand like the sneakiness thing, like not being able to like fully be yourself or express yourself. And especially as an artist, I'm sure you were like creative from a very young age, from like wardrobe, hair, how do you want it to look, sound. It's probably was in your DNA just as a kid. Yeah, you were different.
She she allowed me to experiment in the house. Like, it was never like, you can't wear this, you can't do this, you can't. Like, in the house, I could be whoever I wanted to be, do whatever I wanted to do in the house. Yeah, you just got to be in the house. And I had brothers, and like, it was just like, I just grew up like strict when I was like with my grandmother, like very strict and like coddled. Like, you don't need to be outside. No.
Were you the only girl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So she was so strict. It's like, I say all the time, like, overly strict parents create sneaky kids. Yeah. Because you're not allowing us to be kids and like experience life. Like, I'm 16. I can't go down a block. Like, what's going on down a block is crazy. Lord.
Okay, so tell me about that moment that you got your first deal and then you heard your record playing on the radio and you knew like it was a moment. Because I remember when I first heard your record. I remember when your record first came on my desk, and I think it was Ron Stew, maybe Ron Stew that bought me that record. Was it Ron? It was somebody from your label. Can't remember. Who was it?
Yeah,
Kevin. It was Kevin. It was Kevin. Shout out to Jamila. It was Kevin. Clock it. It was Kevin that bought your record. But just walk me through the process of like when you like, oh my God, I'm signing and this is happening. And
oh my God. So it was honestly like the most random thing that happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, like me and Mac were like driving and he's like, so because at first like we wanted to wait to sign because I was like so new. Like I had nothing.
Yeah.
Like I literally had nothing.
But what was the spark though? Because like, what was the thing that people said, like, I want to sign this girl. I think she has something. What was that? Were you working in the studio around artists? What was it?
Relationships. Like K-Mac, he has so many relationships, and then he was like talking to James, who also has so many relationships, because when I got signed, I was only in the industry for 6 months, and not like I have these friends that are in the industry and I know so and so in the industry. Like, no, like I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody. I don't even know how this works. Like I am so freshly new. Yeah. It was insane. So when I went into the like I'm a lot. Like when I come in a room, like as you know I'm there. Like you hear me before you see me. You feel me before you
What's
see
your
me.
sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because y'all are normally not like that.
And I'm like, I'm all the time.
Yeah.
So I have this like this confidence and this like, man, like that's how I especially at that time, that's how I was when I walked into a room. So I think that, along with people that people trust and trust their word of mouth and trust what they're saying, and then they see it, it's like, that little bitch right there, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give it to her.
So tell me, what was the studio like? Okay, so you would go in, and so what was because you didn't have music, right? You
I
were
did.
fresh.
I was writing a lot. I didn't have anything out.
Okay.
Like, to the plain eye, it was like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
Like,
you didn't have streaming numbers, nothing to back you up. You was just writing
nothing.
and recording.
Yeah. Like when I even got signed, Touchin', we just recorded Touchin' probably like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Like literally probably like 2 weeks before I went and got signed.
Touching on me.
touching on me. Yeah, that was crazy. But when I met Mac, everything just happened like boom, boom,
Tell
boom, boom, boom.
Tell everybody who Mac is to the viewers that are watching and listening.
K-Mac is my manager. He's also CEO of my label Rebirth. And he is who discovered me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Mac discovers you. He takes you to
his studio.
His studio. You record Touching on Me.
Yeah, I recorded Touchin'. He had me recording like all these songs that I had written. Yeah. And then he was just trying to test my pen and just like, see where I was creatively. So he would like bring up these beats and like have people send him beat packs, and like we would write. And then that's kind of like how we did Touchin'. It was like through a beat pack. And then when we heard it, we was like, oh yeah, this is going to be crazy. Yeah. And then I didn't expect like for people to enjoy it as much as they did, though. That was kind of like a shocker to me. So when I went to Atlantic, I went in the building and I just was in there just bouncing off the walls, and I was getting like, it was like no reaction. It was like this, and I was like, I don't think they like me. And then like an hour later, they're like, yeah, well, they're inviting you to the Christmas party tonight. Like, you have to come. And I'm like, oh my God. They like me.
You know, it was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and then I went back, and then I met with like all the like the heads, and it went really good.
At that time, Julie was there, Kaiser was there.
Yes,
that was like, and then you went through a transition, right? So I know that has to be tough. All right, so let's walk people through what happens in the music business, right? So you go there, you blow them away. Julie, who's done Bruno Mars, Cardi B, the list goes on and on of acts that she's put out as the head of Atlantic, right? And then you have Kaiser, who's been by her side forever, right? So they've had success in their own right with building artists from A Boogie, from top to bottom, you name it, they've had all types of success, right? So you have the single, you put the single out, they invite you to the party, you come back, and then you sign.
Yeah, it was like when I went there, it was like right before Christmas break. So it was like, all right, as soon as everybody gets back in the building, we're going to have your papers drawn up and you're going to sign.
And you knew that was the perfect fit.
Yeah, like I trust anything that comes out of K-Mac's mouth, I trust.
Yeah.
So if he trusted it and he felt like it was good for me, which it was, that's where I was. Like, I put my life in his hands. Yeah. Like, here.
Yeah. And how did you guys meet?
Somebody had found me on Instagram, and they were like, hey, I want you to meet this guy or whatever. And I was like, I don't know if I want to get up and go meet this guy. I was like working like crazy. Like I got off work at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, this is like,
you had a regular job then?
I was like working like nightlife.
Yeah.
So my life was like just like a little bit all over the place. And then like at that time I was like on a hiatus and I was just like trying to figure out how I was gonna do music, and I felt like I was getting scammed left and right. Like I don't know who's real, I don't know who's not.
Yeah, 'cause
like
this business will do that to you.
Yeah, like it was like
you give producers money for beats, and sometimes you never get the beats. You pay for studio time, then you get in there and it's a janky studio.
I'm very like questionable. Like I question everything. Like I don't know. So I ended up being so late, and then I was so tired. I was delirious. So when I walked in there, I was like, "Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Hi, I'm Honey. Let's play the music." Like I was just like, but like I was so delirious to the point where I was like hyper, like overly hyper, and I was like, this nigga's gonna think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And he didn't think I was crazy, and I came back the next day, so everything actually kind of worked out. But yeah, so that's how I kind of came back through Instagram. Somebody like brought me to him, and then we were just like locked in from there. Like I was at the studio every day. Like I remember I went there, it wasn't even my session, and I was like, this nigga has to know I'm serious. I fell asleep in the studio. Wasn't even my session. I was so tired, and then I got up and I had to go right back to work. And then I remember it was this one night I was in there, I was so locked in, and he was like, I don't want you in the studio at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You need sleep. That man walked in on me in the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's like, what are you doing? Go home.
How long have you been writing for?
Oh, since I was a kid. Yeah, since I was really young. I was introduced to music at a really young age, and I don't know, I've just been obsessed with it. Like I love telling stories.
Yeah.
Love telling stories. I love writing music. It's like
poetry and all of that as a kid. Did you?
I wasn't into poetry, but I was into reading. And I used to write a lot. Like writing and like language arts and all those classes. Those are my favorite classes because that's what I'm into. I know.
Yeah.
A++.
Right. So as a new artist, you sign, you get your deal, you have the record, and then your label goes through a transition. What was that like for you, especially as a new artist, because the world is just getting to know you? And I know that can be tough, and that can be like a defining moment in an artist's career, whether they still want to persevere, right? Because sometimes this industry will make you feel like, all right, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Because it's not for the weak. But one thing I noticed about you is that you just kept going. So walk me through what that was like for you.
I feel like out of everything that was going on at the time, I feel like I was the calmest one. I was just like, hey, yeah. Nothing that was going on in the time of like the transition made me feel like this isn't for me, or this isn't gonna work, or this is bad. It felt like, oh, maybe this is supposed to happen, and whatever happens next is going to be something really, really amazing for me. That was my mindset. My whole process was like, this is what God wanted for me. There's nothing I could do about it. But nothing about it gave me a bad feeling. Like nothing about it gave me a bad feeling.
It was the right move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then literally like a month later, Left Eye had came out, and then I went viral, and I was like, see, why would I trip? God always got me. Right. Always.
And so then that goes viral, and then what happens next? Tell us.
And then before, like in the process of doing Left Eye, I was just transitioning into another label who was like, they're still all under the same umbrella. Like it's still Warner. I'm still with Warner. Yeah. I just went from Atlantic to Warner Records. Yeah. So, and I get treated very, really good over there. I love it. I'm having a good time.
And they're probably able to like give you more attention, right? As a newer act, right? Yeah. When you on the bigger, labels, sometimes they have these huge priorities, right? And then you have to fight your way through that system. Yeah. But sometimes when things happen and we don't realize it may just be really good to be in that type of system where you have people that are really passionate about you, that's going to push you and going to stick through the non-viral moments, right?
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like giving me time to grow. I feel like I feel like sometimes people see all of me and see all my potential and see all of the brightness and the yes. It's like people want me to just automatically, and it's like, you got to give me time to grow. And I feel like where I'm at, the time that I need to grow and the time that I need to allow other people to see what everybody else is seeing in me is happening now. So that's what I'm most happy about. I don't feel like
Yeah, because it is a level of artist development. You have to build an audience. You have to like have that audience stick with you. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, I like the slow grind the best because I would rather have 20 people following me but are engaged, that's going to buy my merch, that's going to buy my concert ticket, that's going to stream my music, versus having 20,000, 20 million people that don't do shit.
It just looks crazy.
Right? They won't buy
Literally.
a ticket. They won't stream your music. They won't buy your merch. And it's like you got all of these people, but no one's engaged in the actual product.
They just want to look.
Yeah.
Just want to look.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you even understand that, right? Because a lot of artists come in the game and they're like, I want this instant thing. And there's no such thing as an overnight celebrity. A lot of people may feel that way because it looks like that.
It does.
On the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. No one is an overnight celebrity. Folks have been doing this for years, day in and day out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like for you opening? I saw you recently at was it Mariah the Scientist concert?
Yeah.
You and Zeddy Will?
Yes.
How fun was that?
That was a good time. I love performing. I love being on stage. I love being able to get people's attention that I may not have had before.
Yeah.
It just shows me like, all right, you're very entertaining and you could do, you're good at your job. I like the way you do what you do. But it was really fun and I got to actually meet her and she was like, oh, so very sweet. She's such like a girl's girl, just like.
So maybe there's a connect in the future with you and Mariah record?
Yeah, we're manifesting that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you had a record with the Queen Little Kim. That
Literally,
was awesome.
that was crazy.
How did that come about?
Left Eye, because we did the Quiet Storm sample, and then she had reached out to K-Mac about the record.
She heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, that song was everywhere. I couldn't escape it. I literally could not escape that song. But yeah, she heard it and she loved it so much.
Yeah.
And she's so sweet to me. And she did come out for BET and that was crazy because I didn't expect that either.
Yeah. I remember she did pop out for the BET.
Yeah, and she brings me out on her shows.
Yeah.
She's so sweet to me. She always thinks about me. She still keeps in contact with me to this day. I love Kim to death, like for sure.
Yeah. Were you guys in the studio when y'all did that collab?
No, it actually was like sent to me. It was kind of like a surprise thing. I didn't know it was happening, but when I first met her, I met her in the studio, and I shed like a couple little tears. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? I love Kim. I love Kim down.
She is so sweet. I'm not gonna lie. She is the sweetest person on the planet.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
And I feel like people see her like being so hardcore that they would think opposite. She is the sweetest thing. She's so sweet.
And she's my go-to karaoke night too.
Love her. Yes,
right?
every time.
Every time you can throw on a Little Kim record on karaoke night and kill it every time.
Literally. Like now, like when I like listen to it now, it's so funny because I know her now. Like, oh my God, I love Kim. I love everything about Kim. Girl, she's my mood board for real.
Yeah, she's dope, man. Do you think that, with that being said, do you think that female artists are judged more in the public's eye when it comes to like having to just be picture perfect all the time?
Yes. Oh my God. I used to be one of those people that didn't care as much, but still cared a little bit. Now I just overly care because they will tear us apart. Like I got one curl wrong and they're on you. Like everything we do, if we're not perfect, it's a problem. And it's like, it's fucked up. It really is because we don't want to feel that way. And I know a lot of us, we'd be like, oh, we don't care. We don't care what people say. But we do. Because we go and we got to read the comments. We got to hear it, you know. And you don't want people to say negative things about you. You want people to talk positive about you, whether it's about your music or the way you look or whatever you do. You want it to be positive. So it's like when you have so many people judging you and watching you and just waiting for you to trip and fall, it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
But it's only with women. It's not really with men. They could do whatever they want. And
they could just throw on a white tee and
nothing.
Be good. They could be overweight. They could be too skinny, too big, too this. It doesn't matter.
I can't even go outside if my pants are too baggy anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, it's literally crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It's so interesting because, you know, I came in the game at the time where you could turn it off, you know? So it was an adjustment for me on this side, you know, with the cameras in the studio and this and that.
Social media.
So I say that to say is like your generation, it's even harder because you guys can't even like pick your nose in peace without a camera being in your face.
No.
Like, you can't even, like, have an off day because there's always a camera in your face.
Always a camera in your face. Even if you think there's not, like, I'll see myself in the back of somebody's video looking stupid.
Crazy, right?
Like, and when the way I act with the cameras on, I could only imagine looking at myself when they're off. So it's just, like, you really have to be so conscious all the time. And I feel like for people like me, it could be really hard to do that because I definitely do before I think. I speak before I think. You know, sometimes I walk out the house, I don't want to wear anything. I don't want to do my hair. I don't want to wear clothes. Like, I want to look fucked up. Can't do that. Yeah. Because now everybody's calling, why is she outside looking like this right now? She looks a mess. Yeah. I know I look a mess. I want to look a mess.
I just want to go to the store and get my favorite
like this
chocolate. Yes.
Yeah, I remember at one point, like a year ago, they were like, she can't keep getting on her story with the bonnet. They're like, she got to take the bonnet off. Because I was getting on my story fresh off the wake up teeth, not brushed, nothing, just on my story talking, like coal in my eye. And they're like, you can't do the bonnet no more. After that, I was like, you know what? I quit.
So you stopped?
I stopped. And I just started recently again because I did come to a point where it was like, all right, we can't contradict me. You either want me or you don't.
Right. Because I was going to ask you, you know,
Miss Bonnet.
Was there ever a time where you had to tone yourself down to make other people feel comfortable? And what was, and did you regret that?
Yes, and 1000% yes. I feel like there's a difference between reading the room and knowing when to act a certain way, and then there's a difference between toning yourself down and just like changing completely. I stopped that quick. Like, because I learned the difference. I learned the difference of, all right, now is not the time to be screaming and yelling all over the place or just saying certain things. Yeah. But that's not changing you. That's
growing up.
Yeah, just relax and read the room. Toning it down is like, go mute, don't say nothing, don't even look at nobody because you're scared you're going to be yourself. Yeah. No, I stopped that real quick. But there definitely were moments where I felt like I couldn't be myself because I felt like I was too much for people. And it's like, no, there is a balance. Don't feel like you got to shut yourself off or change who you are to make somebody else feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable around me, you don't need to be around me. Simple and plain.
That just means that you're not enough.
Yeah.
That means that when people say you're doing too much, that means you're not doing enough.
You're not doing enough at all.
So you need to like step your game up. So I don't need to tone down because you are comfortable with just not doing enough.
You not comfortable with yourself. Yeah. That's on you. You don't have to be in a room with me.
So R&B, right? Obviously, that's your genre of music, right? Have you ever thought about dabbling into any other spaces?
Yes, I love music. Yeah. I love music. I love music so bad. But I definitely had to learn in time. Okay. Because I make such a specific kind of music that, and like R&B, like I make more so like slightly aggressive, like chaotic music. And I feel like people are even just now getting used to hearing that on R&B because even though everybody has their own lanes, it's still super soft and super like mellow, and it's still very like traditional R&B or borderline me. I'm not any of that. So people are still trying to navigate that. And I know at one point I went from like doing that to doing something completely different that was more poppy, and I noticed the difference and people not understanding what was going on. Yeah. So I'll dibble and dabble in genres 1000% once I'm fully established as an artist so people can separate it and know. Because when I did it the last time, it fucked me up completely. Yeah. Like it threw my whole
algorithm off.
All the way off. Yeah. Like
no, and that's interesting. That's an interesting point that you make, and the fact that you really understand that. Because there are a lot of artists that feel like they could just be a jack of all trades and a master at none, and they haven't even built a fan base to follow them through the part that is really them, the part that they truly enjoy. So the fact that you understand that is dope to me.
It took me a minute though, for sure. I mean, I had to see it to understand it, because if you don't see something, sometimes as artists we don't understand it, because as artists we just want to be able to express ourselves in any way possible. So if I feel like I'm a rock bitch today, I'm gonna want to be, like that's what I'm gonna want to be.
I'm waking up and this is what I'm doing.
This is what I'm on. That's literally how I woke up. I said, this is the song we're doing,
and I'm on that,
and I was like going so hard about it, and I feel like everything I said still stands, but it just wasn't the time. And I felt like I had to prove a point so bad. And it was like, girl, no, because now the next point you have to prove has to be overly proven because you didn't listen the last time. Yeah. But I'm an artist and I'm a creative. And sometimes I feel like as an artist, we feel like people are trying to strip us all the time. And it's much more than artistry when you're signed and when you're trying to be something bigger. It's so much more than just your creativeness. It's like, girl, sit the fuck back. Let them do their job.
Listen.
Just listen.
Who's the person that can talk you off that ledge? Because every artist have to have that person.
K-Mac.
K-Mac? Oh, yeah. I thought it would be Jamila. Jamila, you can't talk off the ledge?
She can talk me off the ledge, but it depends on what ledge it is. Yeah. It really does. But like when everything is like completely chaotic, I call him. Yeah. Because sometimes I don't listen to anybody else. Yeah. And it's not me being rude or me being like, what is the word I'm looking for? Not trusting. Yeah. It's just sometimes I just need to hear it from a specific person to understand it because I just trust him so much.
Because you have that trust.
Yeah,
and you feel vulnerable with him.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes when it's explained to me and the way he does it, I understand it more. And then I started off with him, so a lot of the times people don't be knowing where I'm coming from or why I'm saying what I'm saying or why I'm acting the way I do. So to have somebody understand you from seeing you from nothing and going through all of those phases with you, they understand you a little bit more.
That's why I think it's so important for artists not to switch up their camp so much, right? Because a lot of times what happens in the music business is an artist will have a team, they'll get popping, they have a hit single, and then all of a sudden the vultures come in and they're like, you got to move from this team ain't it. If you want to go to the next level, you got to rock with me and blah, 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 blah. And then you see an artist that goes through this transition phase so quickly and they get lost in the process because they don't have that person that they are so vulnerable with, that they trust, that they will listen to, that can talk them off the ledge. They lose that, and then part of themselves is lost in everything else.
I definitely don't believe in people changing teams unless it's like detrimental. Like it literally has to be detrimental, like literally not working, because it just doesn't make sense. Why do you want to start here with somebody, get all the way here and be like, okay, bye-bye, don't need you no more? That doesn't make sense to me. I've never been that type of person. I am so loyal when it comes to my people, and I am very, very cautious about the type of people I keep around me. I don't even play that shit. Nobody can ever come to me and say anything wacky to me. Anybody knows. Anybody that's even heard my name or like heard my team, they know. Don't even come to me saying nothing stupid like that, because I will cuss you out. Like, you're getting cussed. Move. You told me to what? And I'm snitching. I'm snitching bad, real bad. And let me tell you how they told me that I can't be with y'all no more, and they trying to get me in.
Yo, that's so hilarious.
If a label came to me and told me that, I would leave. Drop me right now. I don't want to be here. Don't need to be here.
Yeah. You don't need that divide and conquer mentality.
No, there's no divide and conquer. There's nothing to divide. We come as one. If we don't come in as one, we're not coming in.
And that's a level of loyalty that is commended, because a lot of people don't have that nowadays. But that's good, because you do need people that you can trust. You have to have that. Especially, I feel like, especially as a female artist in this business. Like, you gotta, because you're getting pulled in so many directions. You have to have that.
And people be trying it.
Yeah.
They really do.
Have you ever released a song that felt more like therapy than entertainment?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. But I think all of them feel like therapy and entertainment to me. I get a kick out of myself.
Do you still think like love is the universal love language to make an R&B hit, like relationships and love?
Yes, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic relationship. It could be any type of relationship in the world, but I definitely do think that love is the end all be all for R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1000%.
And so you're open to just like sharing your experiences on records.
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's what I love about Taylor Swift. She gonna date you for a good song. What?
Girl, so please don't get her started.
That's you? You gonna date to get a good song?
I haven't dated in years. Wow. I just recently opened my books back up.
Ooh, how's that going?
It's going really, really good. I'm having a really, really good time.
So are you in a relationship?
No.
I am dating.
Yeah.
Are you dating for material, or are you dating because you really want to date?
I date because I like. Ooh.
We get some tea right now. Look how she's blushing.
I was just having such a good time.
Do we know him?
I have no idea.
She is blushing. All right, I'm not gonna press too hard. But you out there.
Yeah, I'm outside. Y'all catch me outside.
Okay. Well, listen, it makes for some good material, though.
Yes.
In the studio. Is he worried, like, I'm going to be a part of a song one day?
Oh, no. He wants to be.
Oh, he wants to be.
Yes, he's not like that at all. He does not care. He loves he loves what I do.
Yeah.
He loves what I do. He loves when I make music. Like, he loves all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's so sweet.
Is he in the music industry?
I don't know what he do.
You see, I'm trying to get some tea. Like, she is not giving it up. She is not giving it up. Well, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm so happy. He got me writing love songs about him.
What? Wow.
Little blood. Baby, go home. Let me stop. I say all of this now and then it get warm outside. And then it's a different story.
Next interview. What happened? I was outside way too much.
I'm
closing the door. I'm going back in. But I think though, like you are supposed to date and have fun and have a good time, right? Because you're young. I think like you're supposed to date multiple men, and just till you figure out that one.
Find the best one.
Yes. Yeah. Men do it all the time, and it's not a problem. We're not talking about sleep with everyone. We're saying date everyone.
Oh, I'm an advocate to go find your man. Don't let that man stop you from finding the love of your life.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. So what's in the future for you? Do you want to do some acting? Do you want to transition into that world?
Yeah, I want to get into anything entertainment. Like, I really do find myself very entertaining, and I feel like it'll be a disservice to people if I'm not on their screen. Like, it'll be a disservice. So definitely want to do that. I've always wanted to do that. As a kid, I would sit and just like act out emotions and sit and be like, okay, tell me something crazy so I can act it out for you. And then I definitely want to get into like beauty. And then those are really just like my top two. Yeah. More so like the beauty and then the entertainment and the acting and the movies and the cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, because I could definitely see you doing it. I can definitely see you in some episodes of like a scripted series.
Right.
What character would you want to play the most? Like if you could play in would it be a drama? Would it be a suspense movie?
I would love to do
gangster movie.
I definitely want to play a mob wife. I definitely want to be in a rom-com. I feel like that they should hire me to play Faith Evans in her biopic. And I also feel like they should put me in the Bratz movie as Yasmin.
You know what was crazy that you say that? That you say the Faith thing. Long story short, I made it to the final audition to play her in the Biggie movie when it first came out. Back in the day, Torrez.
That's one of my favorite movies ever. They used to tell me I look like that lady so bad.
Me too. And then it's so funny because me and her, when we first met each other, she was like, "No, OD. We definitely look like we could be sisters." And then one day we were out together and she was performing and I was on side stage watching her perform. Everybody kept coming up to me thinking I was her. And I was like, I'm not her. But seriously, only reason I think I didn't get that part is because I couldn't sing. So I didn't think when I went to the final audition, even though I was like, okay, I may get called because they send you all of these scripts, right? So you read them, and then I was practicing. I was killing the acting scenes. And then they did have in their performance songs. So I was like, all right, I'm going to remember her songs. I already knew them anyway because that was kind of my era. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to prepare myself just in case when I get in front of the people, because the room is like this, and then it's like all these directors. And just in case they ask me to sing on key, I'm going to just be prepared. What happens? Final audition. They ask me to sing. And in my mind, I'm like, my face turns red, right? Because I'm like, I'm a round artist. I do radio, but I'm not a singer. Like,
my God.
I can act, but but I'm not a singer. Like, I'm bodying the scenes and I'm killing them all in the and I had the wig. I was walking the streets, walking up to the thing. People were stopping me thinking I was her. Like,
that
it was
is
like,
so funny.
I went full on character, like hired a costume person.
Oh, you was method acting.
Yeah, like I was all in character. And when they told me to sing, my face got red in that room and they hit the play on the like recording thing and I mean I mimicked, I did it, but I'm not a singer, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my
I'm
God.
not like, that's not what I do. So I'm like, and then I'll get out of there and then I start bawling, crying, and then the person that was with me, my acting coach who was with me, was like, no, everything else is great, and I'm like, I'm like bawling in tears, all because of that one part. You know, that devastated me to this day, and I stopped doing. I stopped doing acting because I was so traumatized by that moment. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh my God!
Stuck with me to this day.
That is crazy.
That's a crazy story. You're probably the first person I ever told that story to. But I was like literally. So you would be able to play her because you could sing.
I hope so.
Yes.
I feel like they put me in there, and then when they get to the scene where she cussing him out, I be like, open the fucking door.
Open it now.
Open this motherfucking door. Who the fuck you got in there? Big, open this motherfucking door.
And then you gotta kick.
Kick that bitch down.
Yes.
Or when she put her hand over it, she was like, housekeeping. I was like, I could do that.
Yes. No, seriously, you could do it.
I could do that.
You could definitely do it. I'll play the older version, you play the younger version.
We gonna get that role, girl. We gonna get that role, girl.
20 years later, I finally get the role. But no, acting is fun. The only thing I think that freezes me up is like when you walk, you have all the lines in your head. You rehearse and you don't have no teleprompter. You reading the scenes and you going back and forth. It's when you walk in there and everybody's looking at you.
And they're literally just watching you like.
Yo, and it's nothing like radio where you could just redo it. Like, nothing. I never forget one time I went for this role. And I don't speak Spanish. Like, my Spanish is crazy, not good. So then I go in and my acting coach, who sends you all the places to go to do it, I'm like, tell people, like, just because my last name is Torrez, make sure you tell them I'm not great in Spanish, right? So I'm reading scenes and I forgot the popular actor's name, but he's a known actor and I was gonna play a role with him. I end up getting the role. It was like a small role, a soccer role in an international film. Mm-hmm. But and he was a popular actor and we're reading the lines, getting ready, I'm getting makeup done and blah 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 blah, and I'm about to go audition for this role. And then then they hand me a different script than my acting coach gave me. And lines are in Spanish. And I'm like,
oh, hell no.
Spanish? What is this? I'm traumatized again. Like, what the fuck? This is just not meant for me. Acting is not meant for me.
Yo, them giving you a fucking paper in a different language is insane.
It was like some in English, but then like Spanglish, right? So then I'm like, I'm putting it in my app and I'm like, okay, I can get it. Because, I could speak. Once I start going, I could speak it. But I'm not like fluent. And I'm nervous to speak it because I'm not proper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm going to just roll. I'm going to just roll
the Mars.
I'm just going to roll it. And I ended up getting through it. But it's just like, acting is really hard.
It's awkward.
It's so awkward.
It's the most, and I am a very awkward person.
Yeah.
Like, for somebody that loves attention, I get awkward.
You're shy, right?
When it's serious. Like, when it's like serious, it's like, I just get to smiling and chuckling, and that shit is so awkward.
I feel you because, like, people don't realize, people think, like, I'm like, oh, she's standoffish. No, I'm really shy. Like people that really, really know me, I have to warm up. Like, I'm not just like the person that's like, like I might come when I get in, when I start to get into that mode. But no, I'm really low-key shy. I'm really like, oh my God, so many people looking at me. What's going on here?
Oh my God, when I did that role the other day, it was so awkward because it was so serious.
Yeah.
I was like, I really got to act like I'm into this right now. Like, this is so awkward. Like, oh my God, it's so awkward. Like, can I see what I look like? Like,
Yeah.
can you face the camera towards
Oh
like
no,
the
don't
little
let
thing
me. I don't
around
want to see none of it. Just like put it in front of me and let me rip. I don't want to see none of it.
It's not the same as like when you do a music video. It's like, can I watch that again? Can I see that again? And then
you
like
can redo it over and
over again. And then with acting is like they
No.
want you to look a certain way. You know, you have to be a certain way. It's like, I don't know if I want to dress like that.
Yeah.
And I can't wear these lashes.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. And you gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be like,
I'm gonna do it.
yeah. Well, listen. It's Honey Baby. Do you have a project coming out? Anything that people need to be aware of?
Right now, we're just streaming Shame. I have a few surprises coming.
Nice.
Definitely dropping a project this year, but focusing on the music, like the singles.
Nice.
And getting them in. Yeah, before I give them too much, I got to get them in.
I love that. Well, listen. Any advice before we end today? Because I know it took up a lot of your time, but this was so much fun.
Yes.
Any advice would you like to give to any young girl, any young artist coming up before you leave? What advice would you give them?
Live your life.
Yeah.
Go live your life. Don't be scared, because you're going to wake up one day, you're going to be 50, and you're going to be like, why didn't I have fun? Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Live your life. Be who you are. Yes.
I love that. It's Honey Baby, everybody. It's Tapping with TT. Thank you so much for tapping in. Oh, wait. Before we end, I do have one question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get nervous when you sing in the Star Spangled Banner? Because I've seen you sing at like the Barclays and like football games, and I'm always like,
the Star Spangled Banner is the
so
scariest
hard.
thing in the world. It is the most scariest thing in the world. It's the scariest shit I think I've ever done. And then when I did it, did I have heels on? I think I had heels on, so my feet were going into the field, and I'm like, I gotta hold this note, I gotta hold this note, I gotta hold this note, I gotta hit this. If I don't hit this note, it's gonna be really, really bad. It's the scariest thing. That is not something I would choose to do. Like,
yeah, and how do you remember the words? Because even if you rehearse it 1,000 times over, I still feel like the words are hard to actually sing.
because they made us do it in school. They made us sing in a choir in school and made us sing that song.
I had that on my list to ask you. I'm like, why? I forgot to ask. That's the most important question I wanted to ask.
Scariest thing.
Right.
And everybody's quiet.
Quiet.
It's mute.
And then when a rocket's
That, and then you could wait. You could feel them waiting for those big parts. It's like, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm ready to get off. I'm ready to get off. I'm too nervous. I feel like I'm about to piss myself.
Yeah.
Like that's scary. That's scary as hell.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. It's Honey Baby, everybody. Thank you so much for tapping in.